chapter 2 is about the role of interpreter. And for going to talk about all the rules, first I need to define the word rule first. Rule is a social science construction used to explain behavior and explain attitude between at least two participants in many social attitudes, like in a reciprocal relationship such as like doctor and patient and teachers, a student and lawyer and client. This is the rule of interpreter, and for this the word of the role. And for the role of interpreter is like the general role as I mentioned, like it is like observe all the attitude and evaluation the behavior from face to face. And for the role of interpreter, sometimes it has like the conflict between interpreter and client, and sometimes they have conflict between client itself, and also can be conflict with the interpreter and each client. And also for the interpreter role, there are two dimensions. The first dimension is about the ideographic dimension. The ideographic dimension is focused on the interpreter's own attitude, idea that convert to that role. And for the second dimension is the monoistic dimension. Is focused on the expectation and attitude which social system and varies as defined. And then all the professional and social rules. We compare between professional and social rule. Professional refer to the interpreters, and social rule refer to the clients. And in that we have two main points. The first point is contextual factor. This will be discussed about the issues between interpreter and client or customer. The first problem is relationships. So between the interpreter and the customer, they lack of relationship because it means that they don't have enough time to swap the information what they are going to talk. The first is as you know, the interpreter must be the one who have a high education, values and attitude, and the customer refer to the one who sometimes it's high but they don't know how to, it means that to communicate with the other people, with the one who have a high position. That's why they need the interpreter to translate. The first one is about quitting. Like the customer, I mean that the education is quite low and sometimes immediate. That's why he or she doesn't know how to communicate with the interpreter and work and go together. The second point is about direction. Uh, the interpreter need a high income, but the client, it means that they want the suitable one, so that's why they are opposite. And the last one is about they are different conceptions, like in like the interpreter want like this, but the customer, the client want like that, so they are not together with after that.
So my friend talked about the first point, so I talk about second point. Second point talk about status differential. For status differential, we talk about between client and interpreter. Yes, that they will to impact to each other. Who are similar like that. And then for status differential, we talk in two points between client and interpreter. We talk about the background of interpreter and client, like that. We talk about physical separation of interpreter and interlocutor. Yes, for interlocutor, he is like representing of someone like that we need to communicate between interpreter and interlocutor. Yes, and then for the main point of this, we talk about background of education. Yes, for background of education, that they can communicate, that we call is a language issue. This is for interpreter that affected. Yes, for this point is finished.
Okay.
So for me, summarize about interpreting interaction. And there are only 3 points about interpreting interaction. The first point, we can assume that there is the motivation in communication with two people, namely a tendency, sorry. And the second point, the motivation that need for communication from both client and not the interpreter. And the third point, it is possible for the interpreter to aspect when two people are talking. I'm sorry, just only 3 points.
And then interpreter interaction, it means that the communication, the motivation communication can either structural requirement. Sometimes we can say sometimes we can say that the effect on the communication, term of communication outcome. It is the negatively that affect on the role of the interpreter, and the one who work with interpreter may know about the problem of the interpreter, and the problem may be reduced by the interpreter. Next.
And let me talk about the customer client. About the customer client, about the interpreter, it has at the less 2 clients or more than this for any time. And follow the theory colleague, they have big them on the interpreter. Interpreter is parties irrespective of consideration such as for interpreter to be present. It's likely that person who for the interpreter to be present will be considered for themselves. And the concept of client relies on understanding of fundamental of the interpreter play, and then.
Okay, so the concept of client, doesn't mean like the idea of the client. So what the client is thinking about. So like an interpreter has less two clients at any one time. So like interpreter, when they have to interpret like a patient, should have like one or two clients. But the idea of the client, like CEOs typically have equal claim on the interpreter, expecting interpreting of a consideration such as who arrange for the interpreter to be present, mean like the client when they are organized for the interpreter, so they want to be a client like controller. And who is the paying the interpreter? Who has to prevent the interpreter?
And the next one is talking about the essence of the role, essence of the role, which means how can we create the role? Like here, it's not talking, we are talking about the Asian interpreter. It's not the same as conference interpreter. Which means the conference is big, and for the Asian interpreter, it's not big like conference, but it do exist in conference. And as we can see, we have two dimensions, as my classmate also mentioned already in the first points. Like we have two dimensions, the geographic dimension, and we have monothesis dimensions. But here, we can say that for realization interpreters is kind of it's small, so we can say that it can be it's hard to define the role of this kind of interpreter. We are not sure about the role or the requirement that to be personalized. So it's kind of the client see the interpreter is not like a human that focus on communicating or something like that. For the client, they see interpreters and only like a language converter. So meaning that we need to either for the role for this point.
Okay.
So for me, I just want to summarize all the result. So the role of liaison interpreter is given by a matrix of diamond. So some do with interpreter themselves, and some do with client knowledge level of function. And in this way, so the interpreter can perform, and it is very difficult and to solve about developing from client. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay. No.